Everyone, welcome to the virtual assets. In this video we will discuss about the MVC lifecycle. So before proceeding with this video, I recommend you please watch previous videos where we have discussion about the introduction of the MVC, and apart from that we have seen about the MVC folder structure. So let's understand what is the MVC lifecycle. So basically when we go with the MVC application in the .NET, we have the two life cycles. One is the application life cycle and another is the request life cycle. So application life cycle is quite similar to the we are having the application life cycle in the ASP.NET. So we have two major functions where we have one is the application start and application end, and these two methods we write inside the global.asax.cs file. And in this, as we can see with the method name application start and in the application end. So when we start our application, so first of all this application start method trigger, and once the application end, at last this application end method run. So now this application start method contain couple of the methods, and we can see first is the register or all areas, register global filters, register routes and register bundles. So we will discuss all these methods in the coming videos. So as per this video, these all are the application methods we can say. So now in this method, if we will go the major one register route. So in this method when you will go here, you can see it contain the path. So basically when we run this application, so by default which controller it will hit and which is the action method. So we can see it contain the controller is the home and the action is the index. And similar to this one, if I will go with the register global filter, so in this we have the filter. So filter in the sense in the details we will discuss about the filters in the coming video. So basically filter for saying for particular action method, if I want to put any filter any security filter or any I want to do caching over the particular action method, so those things we can do using the filters. So here if I want to handle the errors, so those also I can do using the filters. So we will create our own filters and we will see what all are the existing filters we are having in the MVC. So in this video, what we are going to cover, we are going to cover the life cycle. So application level life cycle, we are having the application start and application end, and in the application start we have these are the methods which we are calling from the application start. So now if I will run at point of this time, I have put the debugger here, and when I will run this application, so what we will see here, it will hit this application start method, and in this application start method it will see what all are the so it is hitting here. Now here we can see it will go to these are the methods application level methods, and from this register route what it will go, it will go to the register route method, and from here it will see the default controller and the action, and based on that it will open the we can see here it will open this default controller and the action method. So now if I will go here and it is calling home and the index, and when I'll go home and index, we can see if you want to see the view, so you can go to the view, and there you will see it is rendering to this view. Here we can see this is the code, and we can see this is the view. Now next is what is the request lifecycle. So request lifecycle, now what is the meaning of the request lifecycle? For an example, if I want to call, let's go to the home controller and I want to call this about action method. So how it will request this particular action method. So for that one, what will happen, like when we hit, now for an example, let's go to the browser. Now in this browser, if I will click on the about, so how the process will happen. So let's go here. So what happened, like there is a one HTTP request comes and there is a middleware, and that basically render to the routing. So like as we know, like if there is a default, so what happened, like by default this is the controller and the action method. But if it is not, then what will happen, like whatever the request will come from there, it will go to the routing, and then it will see like which is the controller method. So in this case we are having, like let's go here, and in this case we are having the controller is the home, and from this home it will identify the action method. So these are the action methods. So it will see the about action method. So now second it will come here. So let's put a breakpoint here also, and then it will see the result execution. So in this life cycle, what happened, right, in the result execution, it identify, like basically it render to the view as a view result. So from here, like it see like from like in which view we are going. So from here we are returning the view. It means it will render to the about view, and from there, like once the view rendered, it give the response, and we see that response or the view on the browser. So when I will click about here, so we can see it hit here, and like when I will run this application, what will happen, we can see the about page here. So this is the life cycle of the ASP.NET MVC application. Like it's basically a request life cycle. So that's it for this video. Like in the coming videos we will discuss about like what are the controllers and how we create the controller in MVC, and then we will see like what are the action method and how we utilize those action method in the MVC. So that's it for this video. If you have any question and doubt, please comment. Thank you.